Hello, my dear friends. Many people are frightened of Parshas Bechukosi because the Torah speaks about the tochacha, the admonition, which is the prophecy of punishment that will befall the Jewish people if they do not fulfill the mitzvahs of the Torah. But I think let's look at the beginning of the Parsha. The beginning of the Parsha is a beautiful, magnificent, breathtaking bracha of hope and inspiration that we could aspire to. Im b'chukosei teilechu ves mitzvosei tishmaro. If you will fulfill the mitzvahs, then the Torah, many brachas will befall us. This has been a very difficult decade, beginning with COVID a few years ago that lasted for months and months, and many people passed away and became seriously ill. And then the October 6th and the aftermath. It's been so much pain and so many unsettling and scary and frightening things have taken place. Besides not only the tragedies, but just the surge of the eruption of anti-Semitism from places that we didn't expect from around the world. And even here in the United States, where we thought that we were relatively secure, suddenly we discovered there's so many forces that hate the Jews and hate us. And the Jews are being blamed for what took place in Eretz Yisrael by Hamas. Hamas is not. They're not the criminals. They were the victims. It was because of the context of what was taking place. Context in quotation marks. Israel is the one that perpetrated genocide. That's the International Court of Justice, which should be renamed the International Court of Injustice and Travesty. The Paskin that Israel is committing genocide. Everything's turned topsy-turvy. That's how abusers operate. They abuse somebody and then they try to convince the victim, it's not my fault. I'm not the one that should be blamed. You made me do it. That's exactly what the International Court of Injustice saying and all these other evil forces and anti-Semitism. It's everything's Israel's fault. And the International Court of Justice said that Netanyahu an arrest warrant will be issued for him to, and if he goes into many countries, they promised they would arrest him. Germany right away, they jumped and they said, of all countries, that yes, if Netanyahu comes to Germany, we'll have him arrested because of the International Court of Injustice, or they call it justice, which it's not. That the Netanyahu, it is stunning. The United Nations made a decision that a proclamation to grant statehood to the Palestinians right away. Spain, Norway, Ireland, and other countries jumped up and they said, "Oh yeah, we will support that." So there's just so much going on in the world that's disheartening, and it takes away our sense of security and serenity. And that's one of the tricks of an abuser, is to make a person feel that the victim, the abusers make the victim feel that they're the ones that perpetrated the crime. A husband beats up his wife. He says, "Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. It's not my fault. It's your fault. You're the one that made me do it." That's exactly what's happening. The Hamas committed genocide, and Israel is accused now of committing genocide in attempting to protect itself. No other country in the world would respond with such restraint the way Israel is doing. The missiles, as the missiles are flowing into Israel, the countries around the world are saying, "Don't do anything. Don't shoot back. Don't disproportionate force, and don't commit genocide." What should Israel do? What would any other country where they would blow them to smithereens if they're shooting missiles into Israel? So this is what we're dealing with. So the Torah says, you want a bracha, we go for brachas, we go to Hasidic rabbis, we go to Gedolim. The biggest bracha is from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the bracha is written in the Torah, in Bechukosei Teilecho Ves Mitzvosei Tishma. The most that we could do, we have to be politically active, we have to put pressure on politicians, we have to do everything we can. We have to strengthen the army in Israel. But the biggest, ultimate bracha, the world is in God's hands. All this turmoil, it's God's world that's in turmoil. So the biggest bracha is, in Bechukosei Teilecho Ves Mitzvosei Tishma. If we do the Torah, if we do the things the proper way, then the Rebbeinu Shalom promises, V'nasati Shalom V'aretz, I will give peace in the land. That's such a tremendous bracha. And the Sati Shalom, that's what we need. Even politically in America, it's unbelievable. Yesterday was the court decision about the Trump trial. There's so much turmoil in America, so much unrest, and so much division, and so much dissension, and so much fighting. So the Torah says, "V'nasate," if you'll fulfill the mitzvahs, that's the biggest basis for bracha. V'nasati shalom ba'aretz. And I was thinking, why does it say ba'aretz, in the land? It should say v'nasati shalom. Where else would it be? So the truth is, in Kaddish we say, Osa shalom b'mamav hu yaseh shalom aleinu. The God that made peace above, He should make peace upon us. Where's the shalom b'mamav? Where does God make peace up high? Between who and who? There's no people. So the plain meaning is between the malachim get along exceptionally well in harmony. But I was thinking it means also this trillions and billions, the incalculable amount of celestial bodies in the universe. They all function in harmony, and there's orbits where one circles around the other, and the moon circles around the earth, and the earth circles around the sun, and the sun circles around different parts of our galaxy, and the galaxies circle around other galaxies. Everything is operating in magnificent harmony. And who set all that into motion? It's the Ribono Shel Olam. So if the Ribono Shel Olam is obviously capable of creating harmony, Bimroma, where the forces are so much more powerful than anything that would exist on the earth. So certainly in this world, that's been a Sati Shalom Ba'aretz. In the land here, we need Shalom here. I was walking outside a few weeks ago, right after there was a terrible terrorist attack in Eretz Yisrael, and I was so disheartened. And then I looked up to the sky and I saw it was a beautiful day and the sun was shining, and I saw the tops of the trees with the beautiful foliage, and the clouds majestically draping the sky as they passed by in the horizon. And I was thinking, look, in the Shemayim, no matter what happened here in the earth, in the Shemayim, nothing's changed. Everything's still magnificent. Everything is beautiful. That's because Ribono Shel Olam is Osa Shalom b'mamav. He makes peace up high. So we want the same bracha, that there should be V'nasati Shalom ba'aretz. There should be here Shalom down to earth. V'ishpati v'ushchavtem v'emachrid. And we should be able to go. People should go to sleep and not be afraid. In Eretz Yisrael, the children are petrified. They're frightened because of what happened on October 6th. V'hishpati chay ra min ha'aretz. And they should be able to sleep and not be afraid. And v'hishpati chay ra, God says, I'll remove all the wild animals from the land. Today, the wild animals are the Hamas and the Hezbollah and the terrorists and the people that say death to the Jews and all the other enemies of Klal Yisrael. So the God says He's going to remove the Chaya Rab in the earth. The Charav will savar. There'll be no more swords, no more terrorist attacks with swords or with machetes or with missiles. That will all be removed. And so, if we want that bracha, the best way to bring it about is in Bechukosi Telecho, committing ourselves to the Torah and the mitzvahs. And a few psukim later, it says that God says, "I took you out of Eretz Mitzrayim." Ani Hashem asher hoseisi eschem me'eretz Mitzrayim, took you out of Mitzrayim, from slavery. I broke the staves of your yoke. It means when the Jews were in Mitzrayim, they were slaves. It was as if they had a yoke on their backs. And I took you out erect. What does it mean? Right? Says become a skufa. You stood in an erect posture. It means that even though when they were slaves, they were abused and they were beaten and they were demoralized. But when the Kadosh Baruch Hu took them out of Mitzrayim, He took them He took them with a tremendous sense of honor and dignity and pride. And that's the Ribono Shel Olam is promising that's the bracha, is there should be shalom and that we should have a sense of pride. I think that today we could have a tremendous sense of pride. Why? Because and it's important to feel the way, because rather than allow the anti-Semites, the abusers who try to make us feel like we're the perpetrators and we're the evil ones, chas v'shalom, we need to feel a tremendous sense of pride, because look Mi Kamcha Yisrael. Who is as great as the Jewish people? Look how we stayed together. Look how we've donated billions of dollars for the Jews in Eretz Yisrael. Look how we daven for them. Every single shul in America and around the world, they're davening 3 times a day with the Tehum and the tzedakah and the learning that's being done for Eretz Yisrael and all the missions that are taking place. The response of the Jewish people to the turmoil that is taking place these last few months has been just amazing and just breathtaking. So we could walk with a sense of pride. Yes, it's been a very hard decade, beginning with COVID and now with October 6th and with the subsequent events. It's been a time of insecurity and uncertainty and tragedy. But at the same time, it's been a time of tremendous spiritual greatness of Klal Yisrael. And we ask Kadosh Baruch Hu that He should restore our dignity, but we should restore it. We should also do our own thing, and we should feel on our own. We should feel a tremendous sense of pride and honor and dignity because of what we have accomplished in the way that we have responded to the terrible events of the past few months. We have responded in the most noble of fashion. And Mirz Hashem, we should be zocher to complete fulfillment of all the blessings of the parsha. It should be indeed the Nasati Shalom Ba'aretz, the Rebbeinu Shalom should once again bring peace to the land, to Eretz Yisrael, and throughout the entire world. We should be able to see peace on the Klal Yisrael and all of humanity. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.